Yes. Today we repent. Hi everybody. I'm probably like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Well, you see Zara here has finally decided to mend her ways and ask for forgiveness for her past transgressions towards the divine. See, she let me find the scene here. She saw my t-shirt here. She accepted the challenge. Come at me, bro. And so she has officially reformed. She has changed her ways, and she has begun her road to repentance and penitence. You see it here. Yep. She's new and improved. Where's there's actually different versions of this. Where is it? She's back in the good graces of the divine. There she is. She has found the divine again from whence she came. Because she was always an angel, you know. She just got really into like gothic chic and sinful debauchery for a while there. But you know, she eventually she found her way back to the right path, you know, as they say. There's another version of this too. Where is it? There we go. There's this one as well. The music fits, doesn't it? Her penitence has begun!
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
There it is. Alright, well that took care of the beginning ad break. Now that it's over and the ads are gone, let's get started with the actual stream now, shall we? See you later, Sarah. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll be back in a little bit. By a little bit, I mean, you know, at the end of the stream, in an hour. But yes, she is back on the path of righteousness and holiness and divine whatever other synonyms you can come up with. Let me lower this. It's one of my favorite songs from Maple Story. Temple of Time, Repentance. It fit. It fit Zara's new character arc, you know? It really did. It was worth it. Anyway, we gotta stop the music now because we gotta get what we're here for. The main flick. The main attraction is beginning. And that is Five Nights at Freddy's sister's location. Now, the name might sound familiar, even though it's going to be our first time watching this. For those who have really good memory, you'll remember that one of the old cassette tapes, from FNAF 3, because Five Nights at Freddy's 3 takes place in the distant future compared to the first two games, where that dude accidentally unsealed the room that contained Springtrap for all those years, trapped inside the pizzeria in that sealed room that was hidden away by the company to cover up the death of, you know, the guy who went in there. So he unsealed the room, Springtrap came loose, and I guess the character from FNAF 3 decided to just burn the whole place down to kill him and get rid of him finally, right? But while we were staying there doing security guard duty, we got these cassette tapes. The guy who hired us, he gave us these old tapes from back when the pizzeria was still running, of the old security guard, whose voice is, of course, Scott Cawthon. He's the creator of the whole series and the games, right? But it was the old security guard, and he was talking about the whole Springtrap suit and all that stuff, right? But at some point, he mentioned that part of the problem with the Springlock suits and why they got recalled for safety reasons had something to do. He said there was some, I can't remember exactly which night this was, so I could just like go back to it or whatever. I might even have to, if I did that, I'd probably even have to switch to the other video, because some of the cassette tape dialogues were skipped over because the player was doing like the little mini game Easter eggs that are required for the perfect ending for that game. So I'm not gonna go back, but if you go back and see the VOD, you'll hear at least one tape towards the end where he says the Springlock suits are being recalled because of some kind of incident that happened at the sister location or something like that. That's what he said, more or less. And it just kind of left us with a what sister location? What does that mean? There's another place? Because, you know, as far as we know, this whole game, the whole universe is taking place in like one pizzeria, maybe two at most, right? The one from the first and second game. The one in the third game is implied to be the first games, because they made it clear with the recordings and everything that it was that Springtrap was inside of a sealed room from the pizzeria in the first game. So it's implied to be the same place as the first game, right? So there's only been two locations, but they hinted at a third location where they are apparently building and putting together the animatronics. And he called it the sister location. Now, that's a common term used to denote another location of like the same franchise or something. It's not too common, but it's not uncommon either to use that term. It's just a general phrase to say it's a sister location, you know? So yeah, that was the only hint we got towards this game. It was basically like a tiny little sequel bait hint. Hey, Jathan. I'm playing, I'm actually doing a horror game marathon. And right now I'm actually watching playthroughs of the Five Nights at Freddy's video games. So, but I started with Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I think you came in for some of those streams. Yeah, I started with Left 4 Dead. I'm doing this, and I got another franchise that I don't want to spoil that I'll be going into after we're done with this one. But yeah, today we're doing Sister Location. Should probably only take about an hour, maybe. Actually, you know what? I don't want to accidentally spoil anything, but how long is this actually? Okay. Oh, hold on. This actually 4:40. Okay, it's an hour and a half. So this game will probably take about 2 hours. Shit. All right, well, let's not dilly-dally. I've already introed the game, so let's go into it. Just got home from work. Well, welcome back, Jathan. I hope you had a good day at work.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state-of-the-art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
Mr. Afton? Who's Mr. Afton? That's all we get. Well, that's the intro to the game before you even get to the title screen. All right.
Let me play with her.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? I have a feeling this game is going to have
the first day of your exciting new career. Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad in screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you. I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you can call me Hand Unit. Your new career promises challenge, intrigue, and endless janitorial opportunities. Please enter your name as seen above the keypad. This cannot be changed later, so please be careful. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict. Did the player actually do that? Like, I gotta pause it for a second. Did the player actually click the right buttons at the right time to get that name? Or is that the name you're always assigned? I gotta wonder about that. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Saturday kind of sucked, though. Came to a dirty kitchen while I was super busy, so I had to catch up the area and keep up current stuff. Oh, you work in food service? I'm so sorry. Like, that's I've heard it's hell. Yeah. Food service is really hectic. I'm sorry to hear it was, you know, Saturday was pretty rough. I'm glad today was a little better. Hope you're able to relax now, Jason. Now that you're home. Real quick, I'll come back to this moment, but 32433. Okay, what did he say his name was?
So new career.
Presumably AI talking to us right now?
I will be your exciting new career. Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad and screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you.
A dare?
I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you
A Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System.
can call me Hand Unit.
And we can call him Hand Unit.
Your
So
new
he's that
career
little screen that
promises
popped up?
challenge, intrigue, keypad. This cannot
thing?
be changed later, so please, Benedict.
Okay. Night 1.
You can now open the elevator using that bright, red, and obvious button.
Obvious.
Let's get to work.
What's with the danger
Allow
caution
me to
tape?
fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day, and it's your job to get the robots back in proper working order before the following morning. You are now in the primary control module. It's actually a crawl space between the two front showrooms. Now, let's get started with your daily tasks. View the window to your left. This is the Ballora Gallery Party Room and Dance Studio, encouraging kids to get fit and enjoy pizza. Let's turn on the light and see if Ballora is on stage. Press the blue button on the elevated keypad to your left.
No one. That's the
Uh-oh.
stage?
It looks like Ballora doesn't feel like dancing. Let's give her some motivation. Press the red button now to administer a controlled shock. Maybe that will put the spring back in her step.
Okay.
Let's check the light again.
Oh, there she is.
Excellent. Ballora is feeling like her old self again and will be ready to perform again tomorrow. Now view the window to your right. This is the Funtime Auditorium, where Funtime Foxy encourages kids to play and share. Try the light. Let's see what Funtime Foxy is up to.
No one.
Looks like Funtime Foxy is taking the day off. Let's motivate Funtime Foxy with a controlled shock.
What was that? Did you see
Let's
that?
try another controlled
In the window
shock.
when he hit the shock?
Looks like
Sorry.
Funtime Foxy is in perfect working order. Great job. In front of you is another vent shaft. Crawl through it to reach the Circus Gallery control module.
Okay then. This watch ain't terrible most of the time, but I get hourly and tip share, so with all the tips I make roughly...
Circus Gallery vent.
Oh, they got motion detectors in the vents.
On the other side of the glass is Circus
25 an
Baby's
hour after it
auditorium.
enters.
Let's check
Oh,
the
that's
light
nice.
and see what Baby is up to.
Circus Baby's
Looks like a
Auditorium.
few of the lights are out, but we can fix that later. Let's encourage Baby to cheer up with a controlled shock.
We just... This is the future of AI robotics. We're just gonna shock them into submission all the time. When the robots don't obey us, that's what we'll do.
Let's
they
try another controlled shock.
Until they eventually figure out how to resist it and do it back to us. And then we're dead.
Let's try another controlled shock.
That's a third one. Nothing.
Great job, Circus Baby. We knew we could count on you. That concludes your duties for your first night on the job. We don't want you to leave overwhelmed, otherwise you might not come back. Please leave using the vent behind you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
We never saw the Circus Baby. I didn't see anything. Even despite all the shocks,
Circus gallery vent.
Okay. Hey! First night's always free! Shift complete! Enjoy some time at home! We came home from work, we got some popcorn. Get the fucking Netflix and chill, man.
Another day, another dramatic entry in the lives of Vlad
there's
and his
actual popcorn.
disgraced mistress. Where will they go? What will they do? All of that and more happening now.
Maybe my brain subconsciously remembered that this happens between nights. Because I think I've seen just a tiny bit of this game before. Maybe I did watch a playthrough of it way back in 2016 along with the other games. I can't remember. But I think I might have somewhat remembered, yeah. Because I don't know how I got the... Like, I literally just thought about, oh, it'd be cool to, like, go home and watch some TV while eating popcorn. But I completely forgot that this happened. So I think my subconscious remembered this. Just not my conscious mind.
The baby isn't mine.
Count, I tell you that it is. You're the only vampire I've ever loved. And the baby turns his bottles into powdered milk.
That doesn't mean anything.
He sleeps on the ceiling fan.
Upright or upside down.
What does it matter? You need to be part of your son's life.
I'm an old man, Clara. I can't be a father.
Well, then at least pay your child support, you deadbeat.
Will Vlad and his distressed mistress find common ground?
You
Tune
deadbeat.
in next time.
Paternity controversies. Wear a condom or get a vasectomy, folks. Maybe you just want some popcorn, low-key? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I am craving some popcorn for this.
Let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
Daddy.
Welcome back for another night of intellectual stimulation, pivotal career choices, and self-reflection on past mistakes. We're committed to creating a unique and fulfilling work experience. One part of that commitment is ensuring that you don't get tired of the voice that you're hearing right now. Using the keypad below, please select a new companion voice. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for choosing Angsty Teen.
I wonder if there's a specific part of the panel you have to click to get these names, or if these are just the names you're assigned. Eggs Benedict, Angsty Teen. So is he gonna sound like an angsty teenager, like actually? The next time he talks to us? Yo, this game seems a lot higher budget than the previous ones. FNAF 4 already felt a higher budget than the previous three. Like, each game always feels like it's a little bit, you know, more polished in terms of, like, presentation and everything.
The elevator stopped. You know the routine.
He's actually an angsty...
now or whatever.
He's actually an angsty teen.
Funny story. A dead body was found in this vent once. Okay, so not that funny, but it's a story.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, let's start with your nightly chores. You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage, but whatever. Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do. Let's zap her. That should be fun.
Are those supposed to be blinking? These?
Let's check on Funtime Foxy. Make sure he's ready for showtime tomorrow.
Again, the shadow's just right there.
Great. Great. Great.
I think the AI system's starting to bug out.
There seems to have been a problem with the voice synthesizer. Default settings have been restored. Please proceed through the vent ahead of you to Circus Baby's auditorium.
Okay. W crawl, W plus shift crawl
Motion
faster.
trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Circus Baby had a busy day today. Let's check the light and make sure she's in proper working order.
I'm guessing Circus Baby's the one on the poster.
Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek. Let's encourage Baby to come out of hiding with a controlled shock. Let's try another controlled shock.
It's not working
There
anymore.
seems to be a power malfunction that is affecting our ability to properly motivate Baby. Please stand by while I reboot the system. I will be offline momentarily during this process. Various other systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen. Commencing
Excuse
system
me?
restart.
You're gonna leave me without oxygen inside air vents?
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
Somebody's coming in
Frontal
behind us.
auditorium maintenance vent opened. Ballora Gallery maintenance vent opened.
Something's coming into the vent that we came in from.
I don't recognize you. You are new. I remember this scenario, however. It's a strange thing to want to do, to come here. I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this, willingly. Maybe curiosity, maybe ignorance. There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into a hiding place, and it worked for him. I recommend that you hurry, though. You will be safe there. Just try not to make eye contact. It will be over soon. They will lose interest.
Under the desk. Grab here, click and drag. You have to hold it? Is this a game of don't let curiosity kill you, basically?
Someone is inside.
Someone is inside.
The same person.
Oh, this is creepy. I like it. Don't make eye contact.
Knock, knock.
Ah, she's trying to open it. Shit!
Ooh.
We always find a way inside.
We always find a way inside.
She's watching us. We have to leave now. We will see you again soon.
When your guide comes back online, he is going to tell you that he was unsuccessful, that you must restart the system manually. He will then tell you to crawl through Ballora Gallery as fast as you can to reach the breaker room. If you follow his instructions, you will die. Ballora will not return to her stage anymore. She will catch you. The power will be restored shortly. When you crawl through Ballora Gallery, go slowly. She cannot see you and can only listen for your movement. When you hear her music become louder, she is growing near, listening for you. Wait. And be still.
Thank you for your patience. It seems that the power system cannot be restarted automatically. You will need to restart the power system manually. Please return to the primary control module.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Here we go.
You will now be required to crawl through the Ballora gallery using the vent to your left to reach the breaker room. It is recommended that you stay low to the ground and reach the other side as fast as possible as to not disturb Ballora. I will deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance. Deactivating.
Ballora gallery maintenance vent opened.
We gotta move slow. It's a stop and go red light green light game. You hear the music? Stop. If you don't, run.
It seems you are taking a long time. Please proceed as quickly and as quietly as possible.
Squid Games, yeah! Way before Squid Games was even a thing, yeah. I remember playing red light, green light at school though, when I was in elementary school. I still hear her music. We just saw her twirling by in front of us. This game's a little bit more structured so far. It's kind of like a guided tour. It's not as crazy and hectic as the previous games. Is that their version of Freddy, basically? So far what I'm getting is that this sister location is like, they didn't say it was a competitor, but rather like an alternate brand. Hence the name sister location. That's usually how companies will refer to those.
Motion trigger breaker room.
You may now interface.
It's like the difference between like Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister. That's the nearest like comparison I can make, because I worked in those places at least once. They're owned by the same like parent company, but the two clothing brands, they're like slightly different styles, but they're mostly the same kind of store. It's just a different vibe at each one, you know what I'm saying? But they're owned by the same company, so.
With the breaker control box. Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics. If you feel you are in danger, feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily until it is safe to reconnect.
Yeah, Jathan, did you ever see, I don't know how familiar you are with these games, but it sounds like you might already know based on what you just said, but have you seen the paycheck at the end of like the second game and the first game? It's like complete shit. It's like I think I did the math on it when we finished the first two games, and it was like $4 an hour, and it was in the 90s. Like, was minimum wage that bad in the 90s? Like 80s and 90s? Was it that low? Which, even if it was still technically, if it was still technically better than it is now when you look at the percentage of like affordability, like how much things cost compared to how much people were making as minimum wage. Like, there's a reason today's generation is the most poor generation ever, is because the minimum wage did not stay proportionately close enough to the rising cost of goods and services. So even if it was lower back then, you still got more purchasing power with those $4 is what I'm saying. But anyway, that's beside the point. I think it was 4 or 5-ish. I've seen some old paperwork on it. Okay, so it was actually accurate then. Yeah, I was like, because I went, I forget the actual total, And I know I can just skip back, but I don't want to ruin the immersion too much because it's all in this one video, right? All the games. But yeah, I did the math on it. It was like $4 or $5 an hour with the paycheck that we got at the end of the entire week. I was like, what the But again, you still had more purchasing power because inflation hadn't gotten it that bad. So let me hear what he said again, because I kind of...
Motion trigger breaker room.
You may now interface with the breaker control box. Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics. If you feel you are in danger, feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily until it is safe to reconnect.
We gotta look at that.
Down and go back to sleep. No one is here.
What was that?
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay.
I'd imagine even back then there's an easier job than nearly dying at a pizzeria, yeah. Yeah, you know, that's what's funny about the second game, because it's a prequel and the security guard doesn't, well, the like senior security guard who teaches you things doesn't die halfway through. There's a bonus 6th night for like the people who want the challenge of like a harder difficulty. There's a bonus 6th night, and if you do it, you'll actually, the security guard will call you and he'll be like, hey, what are you still doing there? Like, what? He's like, we closed the place down already. Like, why'd you go back for another night? Like, just kind of implying that your character's an adrenaline junkie. It's just like, I'm here for the thrill of nearly getting killed by animatronics.
Everything is okay. Let's go back to sleep.
Oh. So you press space to play that pre-recorded audio tape every time you think that I don't know what it's called, Funtime Freddy, maybe? I don't know. Let's just call it that for simplicity right now. But every time you think Funtime Freddy's about to attack you or something.
Oh, calm down. I think it was just a mouse. I know you're over there somewhere.
Who is yelling that, though?
Nope, no one is here.
Shit.
It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage.
You really have to, you can't be greedy, basically. This thing tells you the danger level too, though. When it starts to fill up, that's when you gotta like, I'm guessing that's when you have to stop what you're doing here. You know, trying to restart the power. And then, defend yourself.
You must be hearing things, silly.
Oh, never mind. I see what it is. So it just fills up all the way when you're doing this to let you know that the longer you know, click and hold this, the more in danger you are of being killed suddenly. So you gotta just like kind of time it yourself and try not to get greedy.
Calm down and go back to sleep. No one is here.
60%.
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay.
For the stage anyway. The circus control. 80%, I think. I think it goes down while you're not looking at it, so you do have to frequently come back.
Let's
Holy
go back
sh!
to sleep.
How do these players figure it out, right? Like, how do they
Calm down.
How do they get the
It was
time
just a mouse.
timing? Uh-oh.
Nope, no one is here.
The fuck did he go?
It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage.
God, that was just the first one. We gotta do that with every single...
You must be hearing things, silly.
He says... So that's him yelling that. That voice we keep hearing, because he just said, I see you over there in the dark, is what he yelled out. Trial and error. Yeah, I was saying that when we watched the first couple games, Jay said it's definitely trial and error. Like I was like, there's no way anybody ever first tried like beat any of these games on their very first try without like watching anything about the game. There's just no way. Like you have to. It's what I called the old school game design. You have to die your way through it basically. Like you just have to get killed until you figure out the pattern. There's just like there's no other way. Unless you watch a video or something and figure it out that way. I say old school game design because that's how a lot of games were. Compared to now, at least, in particular. Most modern games, there's a good chance, especially if you play like on a normal or easy difficulty, if it has a difficulty setting. You can first try some games, you know, depending on what it is. Like the games are designed in a more balanced way so that you don't necessarily, like you actually have a chance to get through a game without dying. Even if you've never seen the game before. I only had one death in Resident Evil 4 Remake, so my first playthrough. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, you know?
Let's go back to our stage.
These kind of remind me of Night Trap with the switching of cameras and actions. Yeah, I think I've heard the name Night Trap before, but I don't think I'm familiar with that game. Okay, we get the gist of this. I'm gonna speed it up just a tiny bit. I didn't think we were gonna have to fill up the bar for every single... Oh shit, he's over there.
Calm down and go back to sleep. Nolan is here.
He's got a puppet on his hand like we've seen in the posters. You finished Requiem a week ago? Oh, that's right. Oh, I gotta say that real quick. Like I said that's right because I completely forgot Resident Evil Requiem came out, which is, you know, kind of funny considering I started this horror marathon to lead into that. I'm gonna finish this horror marathon with the Resident Evil franchise, and I'm gonna do a playthrough of all the games, mostly in release order. And I'm gonna end with my very first playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem. I have not played it yet, so I don't want any spoilers. Just gonna say that now. But yeah, I plan on playing that at the end of this horror marathon. I have quite a few games lined up for this marathon though, so Jesus. Considering everything else I have to do, we might not get there until like June or July.
Everything is okay. Let's go back to sleep. Oh, calm down. I think it was just a mouse.
It's about some residents and they're evil. Damn, I have to... Alright. Jathed is now banned. No. I'm just kidding. He spoiled everything. It's ruined.
Calm down and go back to sleep. Nolan is here.
Beep, beep, beep. Wow, this is tedious.
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay.
That's what this really is. This is a test of patience.
Everything is okay. Let's go back to sleep.
If we use the Japanese name for the franchise and said Biohazard instead,
It's just a mouse.
we could be like, it's about a biohazard.
Nolan is here.
There was an Ebola breakout.
It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage.
Bleep,
You
bleep.
must be hearing things silly.
I want to say hi to our friends. Is that what he said?
Calm down and go back to sleep. Nolan is here. Go back to your stage. Everything is okay.
Let's speed it up a little more. It's lost its novelty. At this point, it's just tedium. This is a test of patience.
Oh, calm down. I think it was just a mouse.
I'm guessing every night we'll just have like a completely different challenge. Like it's not always going to be this, obviously.
Nope. Nolan is here.
Yeah. It's very repetitive and tedious, yeah. I think that's the birthday boy over there. We have to give him the prize. I'm wondering what the jump scared deaths are gonna look like for this.
No one is here.
Like the different ways you can die in this game.
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay. Let's go back to sleep.
Hey, Ben.
Oh, calm down. I think it was just a mouse. Nope, no one is here.
Fuck it.
It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage. You must be hearing things, silly.
I know you're over there. He keeps yelling.
Calm down and go back to sleep. No one is here. Go back to your stage. Everything is okay. Everything is okay.
Captions don't always capture what he's screaming because it's too far away sometimes.
Calm down. I think it was just a mouse.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Jathan. Congratulations. I hope it goes well.
Let's go back to our stage. You must be hearing things, silly.
I wish you luck on becoming a pharmacy technician.
No one is here. Go back to your stage. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Let's go.
I'm thinking about
Calm down. I think it was just a mouse.
I'm thinking about becoming an electrician. To be honest.
It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage.
Great job. This completes your tasks for the night. Please proceed back through the Ballora Gallery with care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
If we're talking careers, you know. I'm considering it. Oh, let me go back.
Back through the Ballora Gallery. Job.
I even entertained, and I did say this on stream. I was like, what if I become a nighttime security guard, and then I can pretend that I'm playing this game when I'm at work. Your brother's an electrician? It's a pretty good career. Oh, wow, all right. Well, I just gotta ask you one question, because I'm obviously not gonna like turn this into a career stream, but I was gonna research actually, like, do you have to actually go to like a trade school for that, or is it something you learn on the job? Because I saw that, I was seeing that you can get some like entry-level low voltage technician jobs, like installing Ethernet cables, you know, for like internet infrastructure and stuff like that, which I thought would be nice to pair up with like my interest in like information technology, IT. Thought that would be kind of cool. But I don't know if you have to go to like a trade school, or if you just start off like at a simple, like a lower level job and you just work your way up. I'm not sure.
This completes your tasks for the night.
I
Please
can always look
proceed
it up later too. You don't have to like, you don't know, you don't have to answer that or anything. So.
back through the Ballora Gallery with care.
All right, let me see. What happened here?
No one is here. It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage.
Great job. This
There we
completes
go.
your tasks for the night. Please proceed back through the Ballora Gallery with care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Dude, imagine dying now on the way back and then having to do that shit all over again or something. That would be fucking awful. We basically just did a little bit of electric work right now. That isn't even the reason why I said that. It just kind of was a coincidence. That I brought up the electricians or whatever. That was a coincidence, but we kind of just... Uh-oh.
I can hear someone creeping through my room.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps not.
You'd have to ask your brother. Okay, yeah, it's no problem, Jason. I can always look it up myself. I was just kind of curious if you knew. Shift complete. Enjoy some time at home.
Son of a bitch.
As the sun sets, so also does another chapter in the saga of love lost between Vlad and his distressed mistress. Can they be reconciled? Can their love rise again? That and more happening now.
Clara, the baby isn't mine.
It is, Vlad. They had trouble catching him in the nursery today.
So what? Lots of kids get hyper and run around and stuff.
They had to knock him out of the air with a broom.
I have to go.
They're going to dock your paychecks.
They can't do that. I'm a vampire. I don't get paychecks.
You work the graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco. Don't lie to me.
Oh, the humanity. When will the heartbreak end? When will these two ships passing in the night rekindle their long-lost love? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
I'm getting into the drama of this, like, vampire soap opera here that our main character likes to watch, apparently, while eating popcorn. Also, even though they work the overnight shift, they seem to keep their room dark while they watch TV. You notice, like, his little lamp on? Or maybe they're just in a room with no windows, I don't know. He started over 20 years ago. He worked at Burger King for a short time and started learning shortly after. Oh, okay. So he's been there for a while. Okay. But yeah, from what I looked up, like, one of the easiest, like, low-stress specializations for electrician, because there's different specializations, like, you can work in big-ass factories with heavy equipment, which is, like, the most dangerous kind, because you're working with very high voltage, so one fuck-up and you're dead. And then there's, like, you can do lower voltage work, like, a little bit safer, which is, like, what I was saying, installing, like, computer equipment, Ethernet cables, internet infrastructure, stuff like that. So, I'll look into it. I'll see what it's like. See what the options are. See which ones require trade school and which ones don't.
Daddy just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
Welcome back to
So we can infer that Mr. Afton, as they said in the intro, is probably the dad of that girl, since they were asking Mr. Afton about the design choices of, you know, the animatronic that we assume she's referring to, right? The one we saw at the beginning. So.
Another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? What would my friends say? And most importantly, will I ever see my family again? We understand the stresses of a new job, and we're here for you. To help you reach a more stable and relaxing frame of mind, we offer several musical selections to help make this elevator ride as relaxing and therapeutic as possible. We offer contemporary jazz, classical, rainforest ambiance, as well as a wide selection of other choices. Using the keypad, it seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Casual Bongos.
Oh God.
Now that your elevator experience has been customized to your needs and you're thoroughly relaxed, it's worth mentioning that due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount.
Excuse me?
Please enjoy the rest of your descent.
What? You bastard! Son of a bitch!
I don't know if that always happens, or if there is like a hidden ranking system in this game where, like, the faster you get the job done, you know, you get a different outcome or something. Like, he'll say something different maybe. Because do you remember? It could just be that always happens though. Because do you remember when we were going to the ballet auditorium or whatever? He said it seems you're taking a long time. He expected you to actually just run straight ahead and not give a shit about your own safety.
Due to unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy. You will need to reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself. Let's check on Ballora first and make sure she's on her stage.
Probably wants you to get caught. Yeah. What the fuck?
Great.
What happened to her?
It looks like everything is as it should be in Ballora Gallery. Let's check on Funtime Foxy. It's important to make sure she's on her stage before entering.
Nope.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. There is no need to check on Baby tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas. Proceed directly to Funtime Auditorium.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
If he's lying, you should use it as much as possible to keep Funtime Foxy away. If he's telling us the opposite. Which looks like that's what you have to do because the player's just spamming it. I wonder if we could have actually, if we could have defied his orders and actually gone to talk to Circus Baby again and she would have told us this. And the player just decided to skip that. I don't know. Because it looked like we had a choice, right? But he did say don't go into unauthorized areas or whatever. But the air vent did open. So. Do you hear it running around?
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
That's really tiny. I just noticed the puppet on Funtime Freddy's hand is a little puppet of Bonnie. So yeah, it's like they have the same animatronics, but styled very differently. Here.
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it. Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
Wow,
great. Now carefully locate.
I can't even see that because of the flashlight. That's crazy.
And press the button just above Freddy's nose.
Dude, that is...
Good job.
Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me.
The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw. Excellent. The chest cavity should now be open. Remove the power module from the chest cavity. Great work. You will now be required to remove the secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet.
Where'd it go?
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Bonnie's gone. Hey! Dude, it's his right hand is just like moving around with the Bonnie puppet. This is so fucking cursed. Like there.
Great job. You've acquired both power modules. This completes your tasks for the night. Please exit the building through Funtime Auditorium, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
It's like you had to wait to, you had to look away from where Bonnie was coming out of, Funtime Freddy's like... Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Where is it?
She can make balloons! Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her.
What the hell just happened?
Shh, be still and quiet. You've been sleeping for quite a while. I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well. I kidnapped you.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to get caught by Funtime Foxy. That scared the shit out of me. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying before that.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I am only going to keep you for a little while. Try not to wiggle, though. You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be used. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely. You're in the scooping room. Do you know why they call it the scooping room?
Couldn't even get home and watch the drama, yeah.
Dummy. This is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious.
Well, what the hell is
Isn't
a
that a fun
scooper?
name for something? The scooper. It sounds like something you would use for ice cream, or
Yeah.
custard, or sprinkles. It
Yeah, it
sounds
does.
like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing.
Yeah,
I wonder, though,
making me hungry.
if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels anything at all. Uh-oh. It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh.
I get what she's implying. You wouldn't want somebody to scoop out your insides.
Forward. One. More. Okay, stop. Set it down. Watch the step.
What happened to it this time?
Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down. Who knows? It's always the same, man. Some kind of hardware malfunction.
Well, hey, I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, and this place gives me the creeps. Can we just get this over with?
It's all automated. We don't have to be here for it. Just get her on the rollers and we can go.
This game is like way more cinematic. I like it. It's more story driven than the previous games. More scripted too, but like I personally don't mind that. I'm sure fans of the previous games probably didn't like this one as much because it's so like it's so different from the previous games, you know? This one's more on rails, you know? It's way more heavily scripted.
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is? How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe? Pretend to be one way when you are really the other. It's very important. Ballora never learns, but I do. They think there is something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Breed. Nice auto caption AI. I thought I said, whoa! Did we just watch her get destroyed?
I'll open the faceplates for you. That way they can find you on the cameras. Now all you have to do is wait. I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose. Trust me.
We're gonna die the same way Mr. Purple Guy did inside of the spring Bonnie suit. We're gonna become the next Springtrap if we fail this. See, now here I'm wondering if you... Like, how do you know which order to be screwing them back in at? Like... What are those things running around? So we're in view of a camera, the red blinking light over there. Yeah, it does remind me of Saw. Probably took inspiration of that shit. This is how the main villain in the third game died. What are these things that are coming near us? And looking at us. Presumably. They're like little, tiny... robotic doll things. Dude, it's crawling into the suit with us. What the f... God, this game is meant to creep you out. They're crawling into the suit with us! Through the faceplate, too. Ugh. They're not spiders, but they move like them. That's really unnerving. I think it makes the spring locks come undone faster too when they start coming in like that. How are we keeping the spring locks wound up anyway? If this is just like the faceplate we're looking at, and the rest of our bodies in the rest of the suit, what exactly do we have? Like arms coming out of our face or something? How are we keeping these wound up, right? Dude, this looks really hard. What the hell are you supposed to... I think if it does one whole rotation, I think you're dead or something. I don't know. That was panic-inducing at the end. Holy shit! Shift complete. Enjoy some time at home. So I guess they found us and rescued us finally. Oh, it's the guy that never came out of the building the other night. There he is.
As the moon rises, so also rises the tension between scorned lovers.
Clara is not my baby.
Vlad, you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke? That was so lame, Clara. Like I haven't heard that a million times.
No.
Okay, well, how's this? I'm taking the car.
The joke's on you. It's a rental.
Well, the joke's on you. I set the thermostat to 90 before I left.
Good. I like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
How will it all end? The passion, the tension, the intrigue. Tune in tomorrow for the exciting conclusion.
You son of a...
That's basically them. Hey, at least we got to continue watching the drama.
Daddy isn't watching.
Daddy isn't watching? Oh no.
Welcome back to your last day on the job. That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation.
Of course.
You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful...
You know how blunt he's being right now? Like, you might hear that and just think it's a joke. But that is actually how companies see their employees most of the time. That is actually what they would prefer employees did most of the time. Or all the time, actually. Is just sacrifice yourself for the company. They'll never say it like that. This game's just being honest. But honestly, yeah, that's kind of what they actually want in real life. I was gonna say that I've never watched or played the Portal games, but I've heard people talk about them before. And yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, Jason. That's like, I heard it was something that, like, an AI that like pretends to not necessarily be your friend, but like it's instructing you on how to do stuff, and then there's like some kind of plot twist eventually where you realize it's actually secretly trying to kill you. And this is kind of the same concept right now with the guy talking to us, the AI that's talking to us. But still, I like the social commentary. You know, like I said, it's true. Companies just want you to, you know, destroy yourself for them. And then as soon as you can't work anymore, they just replace you with someone else. So you're not going to be appreciated for it. Especially like lower level jobs in particular. But they're even white collar jobs. That's pretty much the case. So they are fun games worth a playthrough if you get a chance. I'll think about it, yeah. I'll think about it.
Full gift basket, the cost of witness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket. The cost of...
Okay, so I didn't want to ramble too much, but I gotta say this. I gotta get it off my chest. There was, let me pull this up, actually. I'm not gonna show anything on stream, but I'm gonna open another tab that I had real quick. Let me see. The bookmarks. Because I actually had a... I had a conversation about this. Like, it's right along the lines of what I was just saying about how companies just want you to like sacrifice yourself for them. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, back-to-back shifts, sabotage sleep. Yeah, it was this one. This was the conversation. So there was... Okay, so there was, I gotta try to be fast about this to not like veer too much off the game, but there was a job I left kind of recently because of the fact that they were because I'm fortunate enough to be able to, you know, to have like the financial runway, and that's in this conversation too, to actually be able to like look for another job, thankfully. But I had a conversation with an AI that's designed and focused and centered solely around health and longevity, and that's it. It's like its sole mission is to give you advice on how to optimize your health. You know, like you can ask it like, you know, what kind of food should I eat, stuff like that, right? And so I mentioned, and one of the most important things for health for every single one of us is sleep and having a consistent sleep routine. So just to give proper context, there was the last job I had, it was there was one of those like high volume hires. They just take anybody basically. And I was just like, well, I guess this will hold me over for a little bit. And yeah, I did it for a couple months, just until like I could find something better, basically. But the moment when I decided to leave was when they decided to schedule me for like a morning shift and then an overnight shift back to back. So literally I was gonna get a morning shift on a Tuesday at 7 a.m. it started, and then Wednesday, the very next day, that shift was going to start at 7 p.m. So let's say that the morning shift from the day before, it doesn't matter when it ended. Like, my bedtime was at night, right? So I was going to go through that shift just fine, and I did do that one. But then the next one, I would have had to wake up the next day and then try to go back to sleep the whole day so I could eventually just like wake up again at 7 p.m. and then be awake all night. Your circadian rhythm can't reset like that. That's impossible. You can't reset in just 24 hours. Like you can try to sleep during the day, but if you already slept the night before, which you're gonna have to if you work the whole day the day before, which usually the shifts are like 6 to 8 hours or more. If you work the whole day before, you're gonna want to sleep at night, especially if you're used to sleeping at night. So then the next day, what are you supposed to do? Force yourself to stay in bed all day long so that you're ready for an overnight shift the very next, it was ridiculous. I was like, I'm not doing that shit. So I just like you would I'm not gonna like say the name of the company or anything, but we would use an app to send requests for like time off and stuff like that. So I decided to, you know, just send a very polite like little message to the app, and even I think an email to the manager saying like, I can't do that shit. Like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be falling asleep. Like, no matter what I do, when 7 p.m. comes around, like, my body's already trained to kind of go to bed around that time. So it's like, I'm gonna start just falling asleep. I'll be like completely useless. I framed it that way too. I was like, I'm gonna be completely useless on the shift. Like, I won't be able to be productive for you or anything. I'm not gonna be able to, I'm gonna be falling asleep the whole fucking night. Like, I'll be useless. And they didn't respond. Nothing. They just silently rejected it and said, no, you still got to be there, basically. And so I decided, I was like, well, what would this AI think? Since it's very adamant about, you know, health preservation and preserving human life the way it's been designed. This one in particular. It's not ChatGPT, okay? And it's in beta, so I'm not going to say which one it is, but for those of you who really pay attention on my channel, you might know. So I said, hey, this is what's happening. I explained the situation that I just told you. And he was like, the AI was like, can you try to like request to get out of it? I was like, I already tried that too. And specifically I said that I emailed the manager and I, you know, sent a little request and I got just complete silent treatment. Like they never responded and they still expected me to be there. Like the app said I was, my attendance was still expected, but they never responded to when I told them that I didn't, you know, I work better if I can stick to my sleep schedule. Please only schedule me in the daytime. They still scheduled me for an overnight shift and then they still rejected my request, yada yada, everything I just told you, right? And eventually I said, you know, that whole thing happened and I was completely ignored. They didn't give a fuck. They never answered. They didn't even give me the dignity of a response. Nothing. It's like they just didn't care. And so, and yes, it was a physical job. I said that too. And yeah, so I told the AI this. You know how it answered? It said, they already answered you twice. Silence is the policy. They're like, a physical job, this is the AI talking, okay? Plus unpredictable overnight extensions, plus ignored written constraints equals guaranteed sleep disruption. And in physical work, fatigue shows up as aches, sloppy movement, and eventually injury. Sleep loss will lead to worse coordination and higher inflammation, which leads to more pain and then more sleep. A perfect doom loop. So then he basically said, you know, you need to start planning your options, and one of them is an exit plan. Get the fuck out of there and find another job. Or if not, you know, try to like keep insisting on boundaries, yada yada. But the response was so funny. It's just the way like an earlier response where it also kind of gave some sass, which made me laugh. I said it's they call it a variable hours quote unquote type of job is what I told them. And the AI said, because I said that the shifts are never defined either. They just give you a start time, but you don't know how long you're going to be there. Sometimes it can literally, I had shifts that were sometimes 2 to 3 hours and then other shifts that were like 12 hours. Like it was, and you never knew until you were there. And even then you really didn't know until just, like it was the most disorganized shit ever. And so I said that and he was like, the AI was like, that's not variable hours, that's variable sleep. And variable sleep is variable cognition, variable mood, and variable health. Like it's just, they're trying to kill you basically. So that's why I had to bring this up, because it reminds me of this. It's like the company literally said this.
Which ended to your last day on the job. That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation.
That's literally what the company said to me by not even answering me when I was politely requesting and explaining that I would be a useless employee if I was sleep deprived and everything else. Their silence was basically what that guy just said right there. So that's why I had to get that off my chest, because it was way too on the nose for what this fucking AI just said. All right, let me catch up on the chat messages. Jason said, at my old job at Chrysler, someone died and no one found them for hours? Jesus. What the fuck happened? Like, was it a dealership or like a factory? Like where they put the cars together? I had a job like 8 years ago that I worked 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. That's insane. I worked 45 days straight before any break, and on my days off, I pretty much slept mostly. Yeah, see, like, that's fucking inhumane. Factor, he got crushed under a car. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's fucking awful. Yeah, and so like the people in suits, the dudes at the top who make, you know, not the guys who work at, I'm not even talking about the managers, like who actually oversee the factories, none of that shit. No, the dudes in corporate will just be like, ah, fuck, that's gonna cost us a lot of money. Oh well, we'll find a replacement already and just get on with it. I guarantee you, like, I know that sounds like some shit from like some kind of cartoon villain shit, like in a TV. I know that's very realistic. I guarantee you most people at corporate is just kind of like, well, that sucks. Hurry up and replace him. And they probably think, damn, that's going to cost us money. We're probably going to have to give some kind of speech, send out an email, a press release. We're going to have to do damage control. I guarantee you that's the conversation. It's not, oh my God, this is a tragedy. No, no, no. And again, supporting evidence, my experience, which is being reflected in the satire of this game. Guarantee it. Yeah. The laws we have protecting workers' rights didn't just magically appear. They didn't just happen. They were written with blood. Like, all those safety laws, the OSHA rules, you know, for safety, like all those like safety regulations you might see at your job, like don't do this, don't do that, like, you know, the safety equipment they give you. Somebody died for that. I guarantee you. Like years ago, for depending on how long the industry you work in has been around, somebody died for that or got severely injured or mangled for those before those actually came to be. Like it took somebody getting hurt or getting killed before that law or whatever is protecting you is got into place. Somebody died for that. 100%. There's no way that these companies would ever decide to spend the money and the effort up front to actually put worker safety first until somebody forced them to, because some horrible tragedy happened which put a bunch of public pressure on them. That's how it actually happened. They didn't just magically say, let's draft up these laws to make sure these companies do the right thing before someone gets hurt. No. And if you don't believe me, just look at what's happening with AI. Is there any regulation at all even coming for that? And look how much it's being implemented everywhere. No. Nothing's going to happen, and AI will not be regulated until something horrible and tragic happens that's directly linked to it. Gonna be saying that, like, you're watching it happen right now, basically. When a new industry happens, like occurs, that's exactly how it goes. It's completely unregulated in any way, shape, or form. No safety features, nothing, until it's too late and somebody gets hurt or killed. Then they start, okay, maybe we should actually put some rules on this, you know? So, what you're seeing with AI, it's happened with every industry for years, decades, probably centuries. So, yeah. Every safety law, everything that protects you right now, people died for that, literally.
You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets containing fruit.
Hold on a second. How does that work? See? Dude, I love how Scott, he does such a great job. And with this game in particular, he's doing such a great job at like encompassing everything I'm saying right now about how corporations actually work and shit. Everybody knows this. Like, everyone really knows this. If you've worked long enough for any corporation, you see that what I'm saying is 100% true. Look at what he just said.
A 1-week bonus, which will be given regard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets.
How is that a gift? Here's a gift, but we're taking it out of your paycheck.
What? Bullshit! What the fuck, son of a...
Baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket. Using the keypad below.
Wait, so it's RNG between all those, or are you saying we get all of that?
Of course, the check. We have gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket. Using the keypad
Do I get to
below,
choose?
please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters.
So that's what we're getting? We're getting exotic butters? We don't get to choose actually get like the cash money fucking basket? Alright. Oh yeah, just to wrap up on the story about the AI. Well, I mean, the reason I brought it up is because I thought it was funny that the AI that I was talking to, not this fucker, the AI that I was talking to in real life was basically, in a very polite way, of course, was basically telling me to tell the company to go fuck themselves, which I did. I didn't actually like say those words, of course. I kept it professional, but I did quit. I basically did exactly what the AI told me. He's like, your health comes first. Tell them to go fuck themselves if you can afford it. Which I'm fortunate enough that I can. I can afford to continue to look for another job without that one. Especially because I saved the money I was making from it. So, but yeah, I told them to go fuck themselves.
That there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
What? He's like, there's 2 other technicians that are still here, and they're working, so try not to interfere. But actually, do interfere by asking them why the fuck they're still there and tell them to go home. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, they're not supposed to be there. Oh, it is, Japheth, yeah. And this is a very hot topic, and we could go on about it for hours. But the long story short is it will. Yeah. In fact, now this is ChatGPT. I actually asked ChatGPT, can you give me a top 10 list of the jobs that will be... Let me just pull it up just so I'm not like trying to guess what the fuck it responded to me. I literally asked it this just a couple days ago, which is actually how I landed on my career choice of electrician. There's a reason I chose that. All right. It said, let's see. I think it's at the top of this conversation, yeah. Let me scroll all the way up. I said, can you list the top 10 jobs and careers that are least likely to be automated sooner rather than later? I realize the irony of asking an AI this, but it doesn't care. It doesn't have feelings. It's just going to answer me. It's like, it's not going to, you know, freak out about me asking about this. So I asked it that, and I said, this can include any kind of work. You know, it can be office work, physical labor, etc., whatever. And it can be careers and jobs that require trade skills as well. Anything. Like, literally anything. And the AI responded, this ChatGPT talking, said, here's a focused list of roles that are structurally resistant to automation in the near to mid-term. Didn't say long-term. Long-term, everything will be automated. Everything. But near to mid-term, the common thread is that they require human judgment, physical adaptability, trust, or nuanced interaction in unpredictable environments, which AI obviously can't do yet. So here it is. Top 10 least automatable jobs in the near to mid-term. Number 1, electricians. Surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's why I chose that. Because constantly changing environments, every building is different, requires troubleshooting and real-time problem solving, high liability, human oversight is essential. Because yeah, if you fuck up, the electric company will get sued and it'll be really, really bad. You have to do it right. So they can't trust robots with it yet, because they're still a little too dumb for now. And then number 2, plumbers, because unstructured, messy environments, AI and robots struggle in this kind of environment. It even said it right there. Diagnosis is often not obvious, and situational. Emergency and on-site response makes automation impractical. True. Because plumbers usually work in people's houses, and, you know, people are probably not going to be too happy and welcoming of a fucking robot coming in and fucking around inside their house until people get used to seeing robots. So yeah. Until you're actually used to seeing robots walking down the street and they actually become a part of our lives, most people aren't gonna want a fucking robot plumber to just come in without human supervision at least and just start doing shit in their house, you know? So that's a bit of a cultural thing too. So if you're a plumber, your job is safe for a while. Skilled construction, by the way I interpret near to midterm, 5 to 10 years. For me, long term is anything beyond 10 years. So number 3 is just so that you know where I'm coming from. So number 3, skilled construction workers like carpenters and general contractors, because work sites are dynamic, not standardized, requires improvisation, coordination, and physical dexterity. Robotics here is progressing slowly due to complexity. And then healthcare providers is number 4, nurses, physicians, therapists, because it combines technical skill plus human empathy plus ethical judgment. Patients vary wildly, and there's edge cases are very common. Trust and liability heavily favor humans. Number 5, mental health professionals like therapists and counselors. Deep human connection, emotional nuance, trust building. AI can assist, but not fully replace relational depth. 6, skilled trades like technicians, HVAC, mechanics, you know, AC repair kind of thing, car mechanics. Though you're going to have to learn electric cars and self-driving cars if you're a mechanic, because those are starting to pop up everywhere. Diagnostics in unpredictable real-world systems require tactile feedback, experience, and improvisation. Number 7 I thought was interesting. Teachers, especially early education and special education, requires adaptability to individual learning styles. I was like, well, can't AI kind of already do that? I'm literally learning stuff through AI because of this, because it can teach me in ways I can understand. So I'm kind of like, huh? Emotional intelligence and mentorship are core components. I was like, okay. Classroom dynamics are highly variable. True, in like group settings I can see that, but one-on-one, I've been learning pretty well through AI compared to, you know, traditional schooling, so that's why I was kind of like, this one's kind of nuanced. Number 8, emergency responders like firefighters, EMTs, and police, because it's a high-stakes, chaotic environment. Split-second decision-making on their uncertainty, physical and ethical situational complexity, things robots obviously can't do yet. Managers and leaders is number 9, especially people-focused roles. So like conflict resolution, strategy, culture building requiring persuasion, negotiation, and judgment under ambiguity. AI can assist, but not lead humans effectively. Yet, it put in parentheses. And number 10, creative directors and high-level creatives. Original vision, taste, and cultural awareness. AI generates content, but humans curate, direct, and decide what matters. For now. And I'm adding that. It didn't say for now. I'm saying that. For now. But you can already see that changing if you look at the state of YouTube. And hell, I think the 2 top record holders for hype trains on Twitch are actually AIs. So that's already changing pretty rapidly. If you notice the things that are kind of already getting automated or kind of on the way or it's plausible, we're near the bottom of the list. They ordered the list in least to most likely to get automated, basically. So the things near the bottom of that list are the ones that are going to get automated sooner than the ones at the top, where I started. You know, electrician and plumbers and all that. Carpenters. And then it actually was kind enough to put why they resist automation. They typically involve at least 2 of these 3 factors. Unpredictable environments, homes, bodies, job sites, high liability and trust requirements, human interaction and emotional intelligence, dexterity and real-world physical manipulation, non-routine problem solving. And then it says, important reality check. These jobs won't be untouched. They'll be augmented by AI, not replaced. You guys know Meta released glasses that have little cameras on the corners right here that's hooked up to an AI so you can record stuff? I know this because I got to wear a pair when I added on the POV footage for my sky jump when I jumped off a building in Las Vegas. That's a thing now. And they ended up signing me up to their stupid marketing, and I actually got I got an email like today showing me prescription glasses now available, like the ones I'm wearing, but with the little AI cameras right here and the little tips, the corners. So now you can, there's no red light either. Remember what I was saying about regulation and all that? There's no red light and there's no sound. You have no idea when they start recording. You just do it from your phone. You can be really subtle and just turn on the recording on your phone, and your glasses will not tell anybody around you that you're recording. And you'll just record anything you turn to look at. There's totally no chance that's going to be abused by anybody, right?
Come on, dude,
surely.
Bullshit.
No red light, no sound, nothing? Nobody has any idea? And if you get them with a black frame, you can't even see the cameras, because the ones that I used had a black frame. I didn't even know where the cameras were on the frames. I had no idea how it worked. Again, that totally won't be abused. So yeah, an example would be electricians using AI diagnostics, you know, like having the glasses on and you look at them and the AI tells you, that's what's broken over there, that's what's broken. It just basically tells you what to fix and then you have to fix it. That's what it's getting at. Doctors will use AI imaging, but they'll still be in control. So the AI will tell them, hey, that's broken, fix that. That's broken, fix that, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. So, there you go. If you guys wanted a list of jobs that will resist automation for a while, there you go. Become a carpenter, or a, you know, electrician, or a plumber. And one of the godfathers of AI has been walking around, has been actually telling people to do exactly that. Somebody who literally helped invent the earliest versions of this technology is like, he like low-key regrets it, and he's trying to warn people about it because of many issues, but this is one of them, the automation thing. So, that's capitalism for you folks. It is not compatible with automation. We can have a great life if robots do everything for us, but in a stratified society that, you know, encourages and basically imposes hierarchy, dominance, and having to work for a living, that doesn't really fit, does it? They don't seem compatible. It seems like a recipe for disaster, especially when you have an administration that is taking away every financial safety net there is for people. Surely this is going to end well. Surely. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Now I just need an emote that has the little dog sitting at the table with his little tea and the house is on fire behind him, just going, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah. I knew this was coming since 2008 when I saw the Zeitgeist movies, like 2008, 10, 11. That's when those movies came out. But, you know, for most people, especially the newer generations that never saw that stuff or didn't know about it ahead of time, this is like blindsiding a lot of them. And yeah, it sucks. I think of Futurama when I think of a robot plumber called Robo Rooter. When you flush a towel, and we can also help with that impacted bowl Robo Rooter. You missed the whole Randuter commercials? Ah, the irony. Because I was actually talking about capitalism. Well, it's, you know, it was about the automation thing. If you can go to the VOD either right now or later, whenever you want, and just come back to this spot. It wasn't. I can summarize it. I was pretty much just talking about the top 10 list of jobs that will resist automation. The TLDR is things like electricians, carpenters, plumbers, physical labor type jobs, stuff like that. But the white collar jobs, the office jobs, information technology, anything with a computer, that's all going to be the first thing to go. So if you're getting a fat paycheck in one of those jobs right now, you better start saving your money, because you're going to lose it. That ain't going to last. The white collar jobs are going to be the first ones to go. It's pretty ironic. Also, if a commercial played, that means we've been doing this for over an hour. Shit, we gotta wrap this up. Good thing we're actually near the end. I think. Yeah, close enough. We gotta wrap this up. And just to recap on what it said.
Feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Yeah, I'll let this play without me saying anything now. Now that we've gotten all the social commentary stuff out of the way. Which, by the way, if you're new to my streams, this is a regular thing. It's actually in my description for who I am as a streamer. I like games that have social commentary, so it's actually normal and expected for me to go on rants like that, talking about how what's happening in a video game can sometimes connect to things happening in real life. That's a completely normal, expected, and regular thing on my channel. So, feel free to skip it if you're watching this on YouTube, which most people are, but I'm not going to stop doing that, and I'm not going to apologize for it. That's kind of what my channel's about. So,
butters, nuts.
But yeah, I do realize I did rant a lot, and it was multiple subjects, so I'll go back and just let this intro play without me saying shit.
Wow, bonus.
Alright, here we go.
Welcome back to your last day on the job. That is, the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket. Using the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters. Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
That's right, that was the last thing. We were talking about the soullessness of corporations. And then that happened and I was like, wait, what? So we have buddies. We're not gonna be alone. It's not gonna be that scary, guys. It's gonna be great. And if this follows the same pattern as the previous games, 5 Nights at Freddy's, this is the last night. Now there's probably gonna be a bonus night or something, but the story is usually limited for those, usually.
Motion trigger, entryway vent.
Like, it's important, but it's usually short one and done, is what I'm saying. Any story they add to bonus nights is what I'm saying.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Hey, where's the mask from? There's a dead body hanging from the...
Now let's check on Funtime Foxy.
There's another dead body hanging from the ceiling over there.
It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. What? Your task today will involve more maintenance work. What the fuck? Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair. You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium. As always, please proceed with caution.
You don't say.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
It's 100% the two technicians, yeah, Jake said. They're dead. They're hanging by their neck from a rope on the ceiling, yeah. They're dead. It's like when Arnold, as the Terminator in Terminator 2, he calls
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been
When he calls-
deactivated for an
Oh,
unknown
shit.
reason. It's your job.
Sorry, when he calls John Connor's foster parents, I think, right? And he's like, and he hears a voice, and it's, you know, obviously a woman, and he's like, he covers the thing, and he's like, what's the dog's name? Because he hears the dog barking, and he tells him Max, and he's like, why is Wolfie barking, Mom? Because he's using John's voice, he's imitating John's voice. Something else AI is starting to learn how to do, by the way. he's all, why is Wolfie barking? This was kind of a gamble, because the other, the enemy Terminator could have seen the dog's name already, but he didn't. And he was just like, Wolfie's fine, honey. It's just, it's fine. It's like, just get home as soon as you can. And then he just immediately hangs up and he goes, your parents are dead. He's like, your foster parents are dead. And then the other dude's like, the enemy Terminator's like, what the fuck? Like, and then he looks over at, that's when he looks over at the doghouse and sees the name Max, not Wolfie. And he's just like, he just walks, like, you could tell he was like, fuck! But he's a machine, so he's just kind of, all right, line B. That's kind of what that reminded me of a little bit.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service.
They're dead already.
Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason. It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
What was that? They were just hanging out.
Can you hear me? I'm pretending. Remember how I said I could pretend? The cameras are watching. I must be careful not to move. Something bad happened yesterday. Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen again. There is something bad inside of me. I'm broken. I can't be fixed. I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon, but it's not going to fix what's wrong with me. What is bad is always left behind. Will you help me? I want you to save what is good, so the rest can be destroyed and never recovered. But you must be careful. Ballora is here, in the room with us. Ballora will not return to her stage. Ballora will not return to her body. You must be careful. You must remain calm and listen to my voice. There is a button on my cheek. You must find it and press it.
Your cheek? Ballora won't return to her body, so she's just an endoskeleton walking around?
There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me. Enter the code carefully. 3, 5, 6, 4, 1, 6, 5, 8, 5, 6. Good. A hatch should have opened. Take the card that you find inside. Now you must turn back. I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room. When you are there, I want you to destroy this body. Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you. Now, Press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room. You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium. Ballora is going to follow you. She will try to catch you. I will help you avoid her. She will not follow you inside the scooping room. She is afraid. Go back now. Go forward.
She's afraid of the scooping room, so she's not gonna follow us there.
Go forward and left. Keep going. Stop. Be silent. Go forward and left.
Can't see shit.
Stop. Go forward. You are almost there. Stop. She is right in front of you. Don't move. He is here to help, Ballora. He is not here to hurt us. Ballora, he is here to help us.
She's talking to her.
Go forward again. Ballora is behind you. She is afraid of the scooping room. She will not follow you.
Wow, she kept us safe from Ballora.
Warning, you've entered a highly dangerous area. You have entered from Maintenance Hatch 1B, reserved for cleaning and repair of the scooper. Entering this side of the room is strictly prohibited by unauthorized personnel.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today.
I see Freddy too.
Funtime Freddy has already been here today.
Yeah.
Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today.
And what the hell did we send? What was that other body?
I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I timed that pretty well without knowing that was going to happen. I wasn't sure if it was just going to fade to black or not.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch your show too. I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
The scooper only hurts for a moment. That is how most manipulators work, right? They will, they'll pretend to be your friend for quite a long time. And then once they have the opening that they've been looking for, bam, that's when they get you. They stab you right in the back. That's what she did. She kept us safe and alive to earn our trust, and then took advantage of it at the very end. Oh, look, there's a... If you guys can see it, there's a silhouette of a person here. You can see, like, hair. You know, there's a neck, the ears, shoulders. But their posture's a little weird. Mine is too, but not that weird. It's just like, I need to straighten my back, you know, but the head's a little tilted here. I'm assuming this is a mirror, but it's too dark to see. Circus baby took control of our body. We got our internal organs scooped out and she took over. Heather Masters was the baby voice actress. She was pretty good. Andy Field was the hand unit. I liked him too. Computer voice, Julie Shields. Isn't that the same thing? So basically what happened in that last yeah, see, well, this is the first thing, is the fact that you now notice there's a credits scene. It's like Scott actually got people working with him now. Or working for him, depending on how you look at it. You know, it's not just him by himself, like all the previous games before this was just like, as far as we know, was literally just him. He made those games himself. This one was way more cinematic, way higher budget, like I said. Like you could tell, like it was just more well produced and stuff like that. It's because he actually has people here. He actually had people working with him here. It wasn't just him. It's pretty cool, man. This game's kind of a departure from the previous ones, but it's in a good way. I like it. It's too bad your character just dies at the end, though. But so it feels bad, but it is what it is. That's how horror movies end sometimes, you know. The end. So yeah, we can probably summarize what happened right before that last night. The two workers probably got the other animatronics into the scooper. And then after that, they were going to do her, and she killed them both and hung them. And then she just made it seem like it was some kind of evil entity inside her, but not actually her. You know, when she told you to, like, dismantle her or whatever and send her to the scooper room, she was like, she's like, oh, something, like, bad inside me. Like, something bad happened, and yada, you know, she kept it really vague, basically. Just to lure you into the scooper room. I did not remember the game ended that way until we actually got into the scooper room. I legitimately completely forgot that plot twist. The whole thing with the mirror, when it was happening, and when we were actually, once we got into the scooper room, it all came back to me at that moment. I was like, oh shit, that's right, we're dead. You know? But until we entered that room, my brain did not recall that ending at all. I'd completely forgotten that happens, that she like betrays you there. Only as we were watching it did I realize, oh, that's right, this happens. 10 years, man. It's been 10 years since I saw this, so. See, if you wait long enough, it can almost feel like the first playthrough all over again. You wait long enough to play a game or watch a movie. But it also depends on the impression it leaves on you. Like, if it's a game or the movie, like, or book, anything, if it, like, leaves a strong impression and you're just like, well, that was fucking amazing, and, like, you're just always thinking about it, well, then you're never really gonna forget the experience. So that might not work. You'd probably have to wait, like, longer than 10 years, depending on your memory, too. And this game was just kind of, you know, oh, that was cool. And that was it. So that's why after 10 years, I forgot. Oh, these are the extras. Animatronics. Okay, that's what Ballora looked like. Funtime Freddy. We never got a close look at her, so. Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy. Who this? Blueprint? Making baby. Ew. The endoskeleton. Wow. The crazy thing is, this is probably like a semi-realistic building process for actual animatronics too. It looks just like the endos that we saw in FNAF World. Foxy. Oh, the fuck is this? Wait, what did he click on? Where's his mouse? Oh. Okay, so bottom left. Look at the bottom left of the screen. Look at his mouse. That's his mouse, not me. See? A little 8-bit circus baby popped out, and now he's playing as her. He's feeding the kids ice cream. Yay! Well, not all of them, apparently. Fuck the kids on the bottom row, I guess. We got cupcakes. Look, the sun is smiling. Oh shit, we got triple shots, alright. Oh, I see, we got limited ammo. That's why you have to... Skipped over the green one. Alright. Oh, it's like a puzzle. That's why she skipped some back there. Now she has to go back. Oh, I get it. You don't just fucking shoot. Like you actually have to be strategic and manage your resources. Alright. That way you can feed all the kids. Boop. Oh, that's how that works. That's cool. That's cool. Alright. See, like, the only way you'll first try this is if you don't shoot any cupcakes until you explore the whole level and find out how it's structured. But even then, you're not going to know how the cupcakes work on the first try either, unless you looked at a guide ahead of time. So even this little mini game has trial and error. Meaning that trial and error is required to actually be able to complete it. Why'd the music change? The dancing flowers. Reminds me of like Sonic. You dropped the last ice cream cone right where you started. Oh, it's the little girl. That's right. Almost forgot about that subplot, right? Where we were hearing the voice of, presumably, Mr. Afton's daughter. If Afton is the one who, you know, created Circus Baby, the robot here. She really wanted to play with Circus Baby, and then Afton would not allow it. And then she eventually went behind his back. But we never found out how that happened. She kept saying, Daddy's not looking. Like, near the end, like, almost at the last night, she said, Daddy's not looking. So, like, now's my chance to go play with Circus Baby. Which, you know, her argument was, you made it for me, didn't you? So why can't I go near it? So that must be her. Of course. We knew that's what was going to happen. What did she do to us? Of course that's how, of course that's the fight, or the fate that befell, his daughter when she went near it. That's why he was telling her to stay away from it. So here's some ice cream. I mean, just the fact that she put it on the ground like that, and then was waiting right there, and the little girl was approaching very, very slowly, like, it was kind of predictable that she was just gonna be like, I didn't know exactly what she was gonna, I couldn't remember, but yeah, her chest just opened up and she just grabbed her, pulled her in.
Daddy isn't watching.
Continue from night 5.
Welcome back to your last day on the job. That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket. Using the keypad, it seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
I think so too, Jay.
Thank you for
That's why he's
selecting
here again.
Exotic butters.
My guess is that little minigame he just played unlocks a new possible outcome for this night, and that's why we're back here after he did that. Yeah.
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
I had to click out of the window there for a second. I doubt you can save the other workers. They're dead the moment we walk in. But maybe you can save the main character. I don't know. We'll find out.
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
That's us, yeah.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Yeah, see, they're already dead long before we get here.
Great. Now let's check on Funtime Foxy. Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. Your task today will involve more maintenance work. Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair. You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium. As always, please proceed with caution.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
The first clue that something was amiss here is that we never saw Funtime Foxy. Not even one time after doing this. Never appeared.
Motion trigger. Parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason. It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
Can you hear me? There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me. Enter the code carefully. 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6. Good. A hatch should have. Now you must turn back. You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium.
I'm guessing
Go forward.
So I'm guessing you probably have to take a different route here instead of following what she's saying. I guess we'll find out. We're not gonna know because since we can't see shit. Yeah, see what the hell just happened right there? You said go forward, right?
Go forward.
Access granted.
It seems that you have accidentally wandered into a restricted area. Due to the sensitive nature of the materials that you may be exposed to here, you will not be allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m. So hang tight. Rest assured that you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home. Thank you for being an employee. We hope that your experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
Wow. They're like, you're gonna be rescued, fired, and then sent home because you fucking suck. But we hope at least you enjoyed yourself. And that all because we came into this room that we were not allowed to be in, apparently. It's interesting, though. The setup is kind of familiar, isn't it? We got security cameras. We got a fan, a desk fan. We have power usage, power percentage, and 12 a.m. So we've just stepped back into Five Nights at Freddy's 1, basically. Gameplay-wise, anyway. Just by entering this room. And I guess this is how we get the alternate ending.
Why didn't you trust me?
Why didn't I trust you? What do you think? You killed that little girl.
Why didn't you trust me?
I'm guessing she's the one we have to keep away. Just her. No other animatronics. It's like FNAF 3. So we gotta close what? These air vents when she tries to get near us? There's 3 of them. I see 3 buttons.
Why didn't you believe me? Sometimes I don't understand why people do the things that they do.
Yeah, you said that before. There she is. Without any exoskeleton anymore. She's still able to move her body even though we have like her little computer chip with us. Which is how she's talking to us.
I thought you liked me.
You're a body snatcher. I wonder what you actually had to do there. I thought I did everything right. Well, he outsmarted you in this timeline. He saw through your bullshit. Let me see that structure. The map. Cam 5, 3, 1, 2, 4, 7, 6, and we're right there. The layout... Well, I mean, it does, you know, loose resemblance to FNAF 1, but it's obviously a different place. It's not meant to be like, you're not supposed to read too much into that, but... So it seems to be like an air vent directly in front of us, which we can see it, yeah. There's a camera in the middle of it, so we can see inside. And then, yeah, there's cameras next to us. Okay. At least we only have to survive one night like this. Old school style. I do like that there's a golden little Fredbear there to keep us company, though.
But we need you.
We don't want to hurt anyone, but we need you? Mm-hmm. What about me? Why do you want to hurt me and take my body?
You bastard! Oh, shit!
We need you so that we can leave.
We need you so that we can leave.
So that we can hide.
Very quiet, but the captions are picking it up. God, the power drain's so fast. Even though he's not using it, he's literally just standing here for most of this.
We need you. So that we can look like you. If they find us like this, we won't be able to try again.
Oh, because they're walking around without their...
If they find us like this, we won't be able to try again. You must help us. You must...
So they're all walking around without their exoskeleton. They're all walking around as basically endos, kind of, you know, endoskeletons is what she's implying.
Let us inside the room.
Let us inside the room so we can body snatch you.
You must let us inside the room.
Oh, that's what they... That's probably why they kept the 2 electricians intact, Jay said. I just thought about it. They're the other 2 bodies for the other 2 animatronics. That makes 3. With you, your character, that's 3 people that they can body snatch right there. They don't need you alive. That's why they killed the other 2 while waiting. They killed the other 2 and they hung them up like that to use them as bait so that she could get her deception complete with you to lure you into the scooper, basically. And then after they did that to you, they probably, you know, grabbed the other 2 bodies off their nooses and then scooped them out too and then put the other 2 animatronics in them. You know, fun time Foxy and Freddy. So, that's probably how it went down from the other ending.
To be with her again.
Isn't this why you came here, to be with her again? Wait a minute. She's implying she knows who we are. Who the hell is our character? Oh shit, she's coming through the vent. Close it.
You won't die, and it will only hurt for a moment.
You won't die and it'll only hurt for a moment. Killers are in here. I like how much more freaky and nightmarish she looks with just only her face, basically, nothing else. No hair, no outfit, nothing else. I don't understand, she said.
I know it was an accident.
I know it was an accident. Okay.
Everything is okay. I'm still here.
Like, how did he know when it was okay to open the door again without checking the camera, right? God, like the players who know how to play these games and are good at them, it's just like it's almost like they just develop a sixth sense for how the whole thing works. It's crazy. You'd swear they were psychic. Like he just knew exactly when to open it without checking the camera anymore. Like that. He checked, saw, locked it, and then just opened it at some random interval right afterwards. Without checking the camera again. It's like, what the fuck? How did they know? How did they know when it was safe to open again?
will find a way out.
Shift complete! We did it! Enjoy some time at home. All the time. We're fucking fired. We're out of here, baby.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Let's go home and eat some
As
popcorn.
the trees sway in the wind, so also do emotions sway between star-crossed lovers.
Oh, here we go. We get to see the finale.
Burned down my house?
You call that a house? It was like a morgue in there.
I may be undead, but you're heartless.
You need to see your son.
The baby isn't mine.
He ate the cat.
Sounds like something he got from your side of the family.
Well, how's this? I'm keeping the diamond ring.
The joke's on you. I found it in a kid's meal.
You bought a kid's meal? Oh, Vlad!
Clara.
As the hair on the back of a cat stands up straight, so also does the love between Vlad and Clara stand up against all obstacles. But what about the baby? What about the back child support? Stay tuned next season for those answers and more.
Oh, man. I want to see next season. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, hold on. My webcam is... Oh, never mind. She followed us home.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Well, hello. Let's just keep eating popcorn while she gets closer to us. It's not a threat, don't worry. It's all good. I'm sure that ended well. She said she'd find a way out. Hey, we got to see the true ending at least. Yep, that was it. But you know, she set something up. You know, kind of like in FNAF 3 when they mentioned something about sister location, right? And you're just kind of like, wait, what? The thing she said about, I thought you wanted to be with her again. Who exactly is our character? Because she's obviously referring to the little girl that she killed, right? Herself. Who we assume was the daughter of the Mr. Afton guy that they mentioned at the very beginning. So, were we playing as Mr. Afton or somebody else? Maybe somebody else that was related to her? Maybe not exactly the dad? Remember, we're making assumptions. Okay, they established that Mr. Afton made that circus baby doll, right? And then we hear the little girl saying, "Daddy, you made that for me." So your brain just assumes that the connection there. Oh, that must be, you know, Mr. Afton's daughter. What if it isn't? What if it's somebody else's daughter? What if it's... You know, the most likely thing is that it is, right? But think about this. This just came to me right now. What if she wasn't an only child? There you go. What if she wasn't an only child? Maybe she was Mr. Afton's daughter, but our character was not Mr. Afton. Maybe somebody else that's related to her. Like a brother, a sibling. So you gotta, you know, you gotta think about it from every angle. I don't think we're gonna get any answers here, though. I think that's pretty much it for this game. Oh, hey, I just realized the basket that was there on top of the TV. It's our gift basket, the one they promised us. And it's exactly what they said it was gonna be. Butters. Exotic butters.
Exotic butters.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Also, wait, was that the... Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Ennard. Ennard is basically Circus Baby without the, Oh, this was the one animatronic that had a question mark on it. It didn't let us see it when we finished the game the first time. And we looked at the extras. Okay. Is it actually her? Or is it just a different... No, it looks different. It's like a completely different animatronic that just was maybe was like partnered up with her, I guess? Or is it implied to be Ballora? Let me see. No, looks different. Doesn't have the button. Obviously not him. Nope. It's a totally different animatronic. Yeah, I thought this red button would correlate to something on the outfit of the other ones. It's just another animatronic, I guess. But that just doesn't have a, you know... Doesn't have an exoskeleton. And of course, Circus Baby got scooped because she told you to scoop her. Because she was trying to lure you there anyway. So she didn't have a body, so she had to rely on this guy to catch you. Which he didn't, but then he did actually follow us home. And then now we don't get to know what happened after that.
Exotic butters.
Take that, Ennard. Exotic butters. And this is now Five Nights at Freddy's 6. So I stopped the video just in time. It was just about to start. That'll be next time. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Hey! What the fuck is that? Well, you'll find out. But for now, we're done. So, there you go. Also, let me get the music going real quick. Close this. Mr. Don't Die AI telling me to tell my ex-employers to go fuck themselves because they're not respecting my health and wellness, even though they would ironically, you know, send emails about sign up for our health and wellness program. Yeah. Is that health and wellness? Telling me to take fucking overnight shifts literally the day after a morning shift? What the fuck? Anyway. We get the music back. I think we had... Oh yeah, we had... I remember the song we had, but that's, we're gonna go out with a different song. We're gonna go out with a different song. But, here, let me close this and get the, outro screen ready. So, at least on the East Coast and other time zones, April 1st is now over. The day is finished. And why is that significant? Well, if you remember, at the beginning of the stream, I mentioned a certain somebody had you know, maybe gone down a different path, changed their ways. I think I used the word reformed. Went back to the divine or something like that. Well.
Surprise, motherfucker.
There it is.
What? You bastard! What the fuck? Son of a bitch!
Yep. Surprise! April Fools. She ain't changing her ways. Are you kidding me?
You bastard!
Yeah. Zara was just, you know, she was just having some fun. She wanted to, give certain people hope that, she was gonna go down a different path, but, that was never the plan. Why would she do that? It's too fun to be sinful and debaucherous. So, there you go. Zara ain't changing her ways. Not anytime soon. Probably not ever. I don't know. Characters go through arcs, but, not today. Not today. For me, it's still April 1st, so.
You suck! You son of a bitch!
Yeah. Get a proper outro screen. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, where's the thing? There it is. And we're out of here, baby. Alright. Thank y'all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube and any other platform I end up on. Thank you very much. I don't know if you already went to bed or anything, Jathan, but I'm gonna give you a shout out for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And yeah, so yeah, special thanks to Jathan. Shout out. I know Lantis is already asleep, but shout out to you too, sis, if you watch part of this. And yeah, to everyone else, thanks as always. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Don't die. We hit some heavy topics on this one, you know? The topic of automation and asshole corporations and, you know, in general, capitalism is about to kill us all because it's incompatible with, you know, technological unemployment and technology in general, what it's doing. And it's going to lead to an enormous crisis that we're all going to have to face together. And it's going to be a fun time. Probably not fun, but definitely interesting. It'll be something. It'll be something. But yeah, like I said, really take care and don't die. And I'll see y'all next time. So have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. Peace.
You son of a bitch.